Hey guys, happy Monday, it's time for Comic Book Equation. I'm Comicmanjake, and here in the Comic Cave, anything can happen. So on Mondays, we take a superhero movie or TV series, and we see how true it stays to the source material. Give it a rating, and we discuss. So, this one we're going to be talking about is the DC streaming service, the Doom Patrol. Now, going into this, I'm not going to lie, I've heard of Grant Morrison's run. I, at the time, never read it, was not planning on to. I am not, most of you guys know, I am not that big of a fan of Grant Morrison. Yes, he's a great writer, but he's always trippy. He writes amazing stuff, but it's so tripped out, you have to read his whole run to really understand it a lot of the times with this stuff. And his Doom's Patrol was apparently that. I have a friend who was very much into that, and he talked about one of the second volumes was like Grant Morrison was taking acid, like writing it, and at one point he made a living street, a sentient living street talking, and it's kind of got weird.
Can't risk what happened. It's time for me to go back and fix things up. How? I'm going back to the bureau. Back to my old life. It's the only way, Danny. If I go back, I can throw him off your scent. I can say I was deep undercover. Tell them it took me a while, but I finally rid the world of the abomination that is Danny the Street.
But aside from that, I want to talk about the Doom Patrol TV streaming service, DC exclusive. Right now, it's amazing. I mean, I have never wanted to, like I said, I never wanted to read Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol until I watched this series. And why do I know it's based off it? Well, they tell you right in episode 2. Spoiler. But literally, like, the main villain, Mr. Nobody, literally is, like, talking to you, breaking the fourth wall. And, like, the chief even asks, he goes, who are you talking to? He says, the Grant Morrison fans, Reddit.
Misfits were not equipped for grand acts of heroism just yet.
That was a finesse the dear old daddy hadn't bothered to teach them.
Who are you talking to?
Grant Morrison fans, Reddit trolls with DC subscriptions, and the 3 new fans who stuck around after the donkey fart.
It's like, okay, so Grant Morrison fans, okay, I better start reading some more Grant Morrison. And so I read the first volume, I'm continually reading the other ones right now, and I gotta say, like, they have taken, I know Jeff Johns is one of the guys producing this, and right now I believe he's the face of DC. He's doing great things with DC. Right now, he has taken so much stuff from the comics. And I'm saying this right now because there's a scene that DC Streaming has been putting on the promotion, and I've read that issue where they've done this, where there's a scene where there's okay, so let's go actually who is in the Doom Patrol. The Doom Patrol is basically what it sounds like. It's a group of misfits that literally goes out and does dangerous missions that could kill them, that could kill you. This weird ass stuff that we know it could basically, you know, wipe out existence. And they consist of these certain misfits. So right now in the current DC series, it consists of Crazy Jane, who's a person that's like Legion. If you guys think who Legion is in the X-Men universe, he's a guy who has multiple personalities, and during those multiple personalities, each personality has a power. I think they said it was like 97 personalities, and all 97 have a different power, and they just randomly pop up too. It's not like she has full control over it. Like, she'll be, there's this one person, I can't remember who that personality is, but it's cool because all she does is she has like words popping up, and like they're actual like words, like they just pop up and they used as weapons. It's so cool. I didn't think that was actually a cool I wouldn't think I was thinking about it in editing wise, and it's just awesome. So Crazy Jane's one of them, and then we got Roboman, who is a former race car driver that gets into a major accident. Basically, almost everything's dead except for his brain. So they put his brain into a robot. That's Roboman. Elastigirl, who's a old, like, star. She's an old movie star. She's an old movie star that went through a terrible accident. Again, best from house. And then we have Negative Man. Now, Negative Man is kind of an interesting thing because in the comics, he is, I believe, 3 people. Might be 2. It's either 3 or 2. He's either 3 or 2 people because in the comics, he's a male and a female. He's trans, yes, you can say it. He's a trans. In the TV series, which I think is genius what they did, they made him bi, which is, I thought, okay, that works. You know, not making him transvestite, but making him bisexual. He was married. The guy was married to a female, but he was really in love with a man. Yes, you can say that's gay. He was still loving with the woman too. You guys say he's gay. Same time in the comics, the experiment happened, and it all combined into there was a girl and a guy, and they weren't having sex or there wasn't any sexual contact or anything. They just randomly like hit each other, and they became the same person. So they identified as Negative Man. Like they identified as 2 different people at one point. Like one person would pop up and the other person would pop up, and they would talk like it would talk like that. So there's Negative Man, and then there's this guy called the Chief. Chief's the guy who runs the whole thing. Basically, dishes up the missions, everything else. Another Doom Patrol person that we don't see a lot of, but he is one of them, and he was in the Titan series because that's what they introduced it. Beast Boy. You guys know who Beast Boy is? The guy who can change. He can do all these things. He can do all these, change to any type of animal. He's a part of the Doomsday Patrol. He's a part of the Doom Patrol. I say Doomsday Patrol. I don't know why I say Doomsday Patrol. But the one thing that they made, another thing that they made different from Doomsday Patrol is they did put Cyborg in here. Now, that's the thing. Cyborg has been a part of multiple teams. Teen Titans. He's been a part of the Teen Titans. He's been part of the Justice League right now. And now he's a part of Doomsday Patrol. And it sounds like it's him getting to the rank of getting to the Justice League. Because right now, I don't understand. I don't know when this is set. If this is set in the DCEU. Or not, because they make references to Batman, they make references to Superman, so they are existent, but we don't know. But anyway, that's far from the point. Getting to the promotion, so there's a promo that they are showing that it's very much similar to the comics, and there's a scene where Crazy Jane is in the rain painting, and Roboman starts to say, "What are you doing?" And they have this conversation. It's straight from the comics. I mean, I'll just throw it right here. Here's the clip, but it's straight from the comics. I mean, I read that, and then I didn't realize that until like I rewatched this episode. I was like, holy crap, that's from the comics. That's from the comics. That's from the comics. So, what I'm really liking is that they are focusing, and like I said, with Jeff Johns at the helm, they're focusing more on source material. They're entertaining new fans, but they're also keeping true to the old fans and the old source material, which, I mean, that's what I want in a series. I want a series that keeps true to the source material, but keeps me engaged. I don't want one that's discontinued from the source material and, is engaging but has no source material to it. How similar is it to the comics? Right now, I'm going to say Grant Morrison's run. Grant Morrison's run, I would give this a 7 out of 10. It's that close to the comics. The Doomsday Patrol is a phenomenal comic. I was thoroughly surprised. I'm not into the real 80s comics. That's really hard for me to get into. I grew up in the 90s. I even now I still struggle reading 90s comics. I love reading 2000 comics. That's why I love Green Lantern and all this other stuff. But I would highly recommend reading Grant Morrison's run. The other 3 out of 10 is creativity. They did a phenomenal job. If you guys do not have the streaming service, definitely pick it up. Give it a chance. I know there's some fans there that don't Like, you got Marvel fans that say, I don't know. But, like, honestly, DC is getting their stuff together. I honestly think that after Aquaman and seeing that Jeff Johns wrote and produced it, I have high hopes for Shazam. There's an article that came out from Cinema Blend saying that the early reviews are already praising it, saying it's fun, it's quirky, it's kid friendly. I mean, it's gonna be great, which I'm excited for. And seeing Titans, the show Titans right now, and seeing how good it's been, and bringing back Young Justice, they're getting their stuff together. I haven't tried out the whole comics yet because I've been having Comixology, so I've been just using that, which now they have DC on the Unlimited series. So yeah, guys, I mean, I honestly would say please pick up those comics. There's going to be a link in the description below that you can pick these comics up, and they help support the channel. I get a little bit of things they help support. So if you want to support this channel, you love seeing the content coming out, you love seeing more comic related, consider subscribing, and also consider buying anything that we kind of recommend. I make sure that it's something, if it's something I can recommend to someone, I'm going to make sure I recommend it to you. I'm not going to make a video on something that I'm not going to recommend. I'll put something on there and give you my views on it, but I'm not going to put a link and say, hey, buy it. It's trash, but buy it. I'm going to make sure it's quality, good stuff. So definitely pick up Doomsday Patrol from Grant Morrison's run. And definitely, I would highly, please recommend, please go try it out. I think they give you like a 7-day trial period on the DC streaming service. You can try it out, see if you like it. I mean, there's more content coming. There's a Swamp Thing coming, which I'm going to be doing a video on soon, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of just great things. So please consider subscribing, and let me know in the comments down below what do you think about the Doom Patrol? Have you heard of them? Have you not? And who do you think they are? Put it down in the comments down below. As always, guys, have a good Monday, and peace out.